From WLWT, this is Issues.
Hello, welcome to Issues. I'm Jan-Michele Lemon Kearney of S.V.P Communications and the Cincinnati Herald. First, I want to make sure that you check and make sure you are registered to vote. The deadline to register for the November 8th election is October 11th. So please check with your County Board of Elections. You can check with the Bureau of Motor Vehicles. Make sure you are registered to vote, okay? So we have a great show today. We're actually not talking politics today. A little later, we're going to talk about this annual event in Avondale that I go to every year and you don't want to miss. We're also going to talk about some special things that Fifth Third is doing in the community. They, especially for homeowners and small businesses, you definitely need to stay tuned to hear about Fifth Third. First, we're going to talk about, this is kind of unbelievable, the 50th anniversary of the Soul Redeemers. And I would like to welcome Deacon James Lewis. Thank you so much for coming. You are a member of the Soul Redeemers. And Henry Benefield.
Hey,
oh, so good to
you,
see you.
Dan?
And you all know Henry is chairman of the 100+ African American Men's Chorus and sometimes host of Issues. Thank you for hosting. You do such a great job.
I say to God be the glory.
Well, welcome both of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, and Deacon Lewis, you were telling me that the Soul Redeemers started in 1966.
1966.
Wow.
Eight guys started this group.
Started it. And it's been going on that long.
Been going on that long.
And then, and you were saying one of the original founders. Tell me about that.
Yeah, if I could, because he has an extensive history on the Soul Redeemers, can you tell some of the guys that used to be in the group? And I mean, some of them are still alive 50 years later.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, Reverend S.T. Jordo, Brother Hubie Humphrey, he's still there, but Haley Everson. These are the only 3 original members. The rest of them is going on home.
Okay.
Now,
are those 3 still singing with the Soul Redeemers?
No, they're not singing. But
they're not singing, but they're supporting.
Right. And,
well, some of them are coming back. Reverend S.T. Jordo.
But they are coming back for this reunion.
Yes, for the reunion.
50th, okay.
Yes.
All right.
And we do want to indicate the exciting part about this program, it is a reunion of all of the past, all down the lineage of 50 years coming back. So that's a lot of guys and women to sing as well. Great celebration.
And you were telling me a little bit about Reverend Jordo, because he had a show on.
Reverend Jordo ended up being a pastor.
Yeah,
pastor in the city of Cincinnati. Was on radio, was on television, and it was on the radio station. I always used to come on. It's like, on the Jericho Road, da 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 da. On the remember those things. So I mean, he already could sing. So to be able to hear him and some of the recognized names of people that were members of the Soul Redeemers. And I do want to indicate the reason this is so fantastic, Jan, is because they have been one of the smoothest, harmonic groups that ever came out of Cincinnati.
Wow.
But they were dedicated to Cincinnati itself. Though they traveled all around the country and performed with people like the Mighty Clouds of Joy, all those different Dixie Hummingbirds, all those different types of groups, they still remain local and faithful to the community of Cincinnati.
That is wonderful.
Yeah, so we really want to go out and support them as well. November 13th.
November 13th
Yes.
at Gerald Baptist.
Gerald Baptist Church, which is in the West End, between the old Porter and Hayes School. You know what I mean? It says Wesley Avenue is about a half a block long.
Right.
You know, with all the construction. But it's in the West End, right across. For those of people who used to live in the West End, we used to have the Wonder Bakery that was on one side of the street.
Yeah.
And then on the other side. So it's just going to be
I was going to say not far from the old Regal Theater, but okay, that's a whole nother story.
Exactly. But it's in the same area.
Right. But okay, and Deacon Lewis, so you got involved with the Soul Redeemers in the 1980s. Tell us about that. How did you join, and what was that experience like?
Well, it was great. Well, I always was singing somewhere down the line, you know, over the years, but I had never joined the group. I would just, and I would kind of run into one of the founders of the group, and me and him kind of run around together. We bowled a lot, you know, so, so I just kind of got interested in it, you know, and from then on, Brother Everett Stevens, he passed on, but he the one got me involved in it, and the more and more, it just, you know, and I got involved in it, and I just been in it, and been in it, and been in it. We've been down, we've been up, so, you know, it's hard, but
I was going to say, in 1986, you became the manager of the group, too,
right, and I've been the manager ever since.
Wow. So what is that like managing this
well,
group with, you know, all these talents and? Ooh.
Well, you know, believe it or not, it's hard. Then it's easy. You know, it's the
Kinda like life
point you
itself.
get people. You have to like what you're doing. That's the important thing. You have to like what you're doing.
There you go.
And then you get the people that you like, and have to have people that are dedicated to what you are doing, and
Right.
you know, they have to kind of. I would say connect with what you're doing. You know,
Right.
you can't have that negative part. You know, in and out, this and that and the other. So, constant to me.
Keep that group
it's-
connected. Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. To last 50 years, that's really amazing. Can you,
Right.
Henry? Can you tell us a little bit about the music we're going to hear at the 50th anniversary concert, November 13th?
Along with the reunion group, there's going to be several groups from out of town that are going to help them celebrate
okay.
Their anniversary as well. So they're going to be doing almost like a journey down the history from 50 years ago up until today. And we know we're always wanting to hear that classic music sounds that we used to hear when some of us were younger, up until the modern day. So it's not only a blast from the past, but it is a continuing of the legacy of the Soul Redeemers, because there are still yet new Soul Redeemers as well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so it is really going to be an exciting
So it's going to
event.
keep growing and keep.
Oh,
Yeah, right,
absolutely,
right.
Oh, that's
absolutely,
wonderful.
and I think they're celebrating their first female that ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
she will be there. She'll be there.
Tell us her name. Who is that? Do you all
Bonnie?
remember?
No, Bonnie Price.
Price.
Bonnie Price. Okay.
See, they got married, and I want to say another name, but I want to make sure I was politically correct.
All right.
Right.
So it's good. So let's just make sure people know the golden anniversary for the Soul Redeemers is
50th golden,
the
yes.
50th, yeah,
50th.
50th anniversary is golden is November 13th. It's at Jerry Missionary Baptist Church, 1018 Wesley Avenue. Doors open at 4 p.m. Our doors open at 3:30, and the concert starts at 4 p.m.
4
Oh, and you know what? Jeff has everything. Take us away with that up there, Henry.
Okay, it's going to be Sunday, November 13th at 4 p.m. Doors open at 3 at Jerry Missionary Baptist Church, 1018 Wesley Avenue. Tickets are $15 in advance at the door. For more information, please call 513-426-2660 or 513-368-5522.
Okay, we don't want people to miss that. The 50th anniversary. Woo, it's going to be great.
It's going to be
Great.
great. It's
That's
going to be
fantastic.
great. We got people coming from all different.
All over. All right, don't miss it. Okay, we'll be back in a moment. There's some exciting things happening in Avondale, and Michael Bobo is going to tell you all about it.
Welcome back. I'm Michael Bobo. I'm here with two wonderful women from the Avondale Comprehensive Development Corporation, Elizabeth Blackburn, Director of Business Operations, and April Galleli, Community Organizer. Thank you so much for being here today, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
So tell me a little bit about yourselves and how you got involved with this organization.
Well, I actually joined the organization about 6 or 7 months ago, and the point of me wanting to join the organization is to be part of a nonprofit, be part of something that betters the lives of others and gives back to a community.
Great. April?
And I joined the organization about, 4 months ago, and a recent graduate from UC in criminal justice and wanted to apply some of what I've learned to help in the community.
Okay. And how did you find out about the actual organization, and how did they come about, and what's their history?
So A-CDC, for short, has been in the community, the Avondale community, since 2011. And like I said, it's a nonprofit, and the mission of A-CDC is to serve the Avondale community and better the lives of the residents within the community. And the ways that we go about doing that is through very specific strategic initiatives that span across the arts, workforce development, safety, economic development, and real estate. And so knowing how they've been improving the community and their impact across the city was very attractive to me, and kind of got me to reach out and jump on board.
Oh, where were you at prior to being at Avondale A-CDC?
Yeah. So prior to that, I was actually in corporate America.
Okay.
And was looking to make a change, and transition to the nonprofit arena.
Okay, and you all have a big event coming up soon.
Yes.
April, tell us a little bit about the 5K.
Okay, the 5K is an annual event. It usually benefits something, and this year it's benefiting our AYC, which is the Avondale Youth Council, as well as A-CDC. It starts at 8:30 a.m. We still have room for people to register.
And go ahead and give it to us. It's on the screen there. It's called Feet in the Street.
It's called Feet in the Street. It's the third annual Urban 5K, Saturday, October 15th at 8 a.m. At the Avondale Town Center. And for more information, you can contact us at A-CDC. The number is 513-861-2232. And we also have our website and the Avondale Running Club website that you can...
Okay, repeat the number for us one more time.
It's 513-861-2232.
861-2232. Great. So this is going to benefit your youth council. Give us a little information about the youth council. What do they do?
Okay, the youth council is widely known throughout Cincinnati. They're one of the most active youth councils in Cincinnati. They do a lot of work in the community. They're very aware of events that are going on in the community and active in doing charitable work. They volunteer for a lot of things, and they prepare youth for furthering their education as well as job readiness. They're involved in a lot of civic-minded events throughout this community. So.
Okay, and then immediately following that, later that evening, you have another event?
Yes, we have the annual Black Tie Affair, which is, this is the 5th birthday for A-CDC, and we are celebrating not only the birthday, but we are also celebrating people in our community, whether that be residents or community partners or community activists that have made significant impact in the community for the betterment of our Avondale residents. And the event is on Saturday, October 15th. It will be held at the Cincinnati Zoo Peacock Pavilion. We are selling tickets for $125. And again, for more information, you can call 513-861-2232.
So that's 513-861-ACDC?
Yes.
Or 2232?
Yes.
Great. What other things are you going to do that evening?
So we're going to actually have an awards ceremony. And then we'll have performances between those, the award ceremony. We're going to recognize 10 people in the community, again, whether it be youth, residents, community partners, or activists. And throughout that ceremony, we're going to have a choir, a youth choir, with some inner city kids come and sing. And then we have some other performances like spoken word and some other singers come throughout.
Okay, so who are some of the artists that are going to perform that evening? The youth choir you mentioned, who is that? We
are actually still in the planning stages of those performers and getting confirmation, but I promise you we will have a phenomenal performance throughout our ceremony.
So are you looking for people to contact you for performances?
We're actually not looking, we're just going through the final confirmations of the performers. Yes.
Well, this seems like a very positive event. Is going to be wonderful that evening. Yes. Do you have anything else you would like for people to know? Maybe somewhere else they can contact you for the tickets?
Yeah, absolutely. So outside of calling A-CDC, again at 513-861-2232, you can visit our website at www.a-cdc.org and find out all out about A-CDC and to purchase tickets.
Great. We thank you so much. Thanks for being here. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Well, now I want to talk to you about all the great things that Fifth Third Bank is doing in our community. There is just a lot going on, and so I want you to meet Byna Elliott. She is a senior vice president at Fifth Third Bank here from Detroit. We're so excited that you're here in Cincinnati.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
And
great city.
Oh, good. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being on Issues. So, people don't know, I don't know, people don't seem to know all the great things that Fifth Third is doing in our community. So let's start with some of the things you all do in the schools.
So one of the great things we've been doing, it's an 11-year-old program now, and it's still going
11
strong.
Years, wow.
We've been doing that for 11 years. It's called the Young Bankers Club, and it's where our employees actually take time and go into the schools. We primarily focus on fifth graders and actually teach financial literacy and how to manage your money, how to understand stock. So really just really involve and really mentor and coach and show the students what another opportunity might be and how they might manage their money. And we actually started that program with the Cincinnati public school system.
Oh, good.
And they helped us draft the curriculum. And so the program is really tied to help also let the kids have fun, learn about financial programs and financial skills, but also more importantly, it actually is tied towards their standardized test and help them improve both their math
I didn't know that.
and social
Wow.
studies. Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
fantastic. I love that, literacy training
Yes.
for children because, we don't get a lot of that in the schools, ever. And so even adults are,
Yes.
struggle with how to budget and, how to balance one thing over the other and investing.
Absolutely. And the great thing is when we start the program, we realize that fifth graders are really the perfect age to start teaching financial concepts to.
Right.
Because the studies show that they are old enough not to have created bad habits yet.
Oh, good.
But also old enough to actually understand money concepts. And it's a great way for even the students when they go home, they talk about it with their parents. So you'd be amazed at the nice notes we get from parents saying, my child talked to me about needs versus wants.
Oh, good.
And Mom, I understand now where money comes from and do we have a budget? So it really is around children teaching their parents, even some of the skills that you say they might not have or we didn't learn when we were in school.
Right.
It's really that kind of connectivity. So you actually see the students teaching their parents. So it's really a great program.
I love that. And I was going to say, I love when you said, children will say to their parents, do we have a budget? And they realize where money comes from because some kids think their parents are the ATM machine.
Right.
It's like your parents are not an ATM. They worked hard for that money. Now let's figure out how we're going to save some of that money.
We actually have a cute T-shirt that says, Bank of Mom and Dad.
Oh, okay, right.
We're the ATM
exactly.
machine because that's what they think we are.
Wow.
So that's
So
a good
I
program.
love that. Now for schools who are not involved yet, how can those schools?
They actually can go on our website to www.53.com and look up Young Bankers Club, and they'll find out who the contact person is. We do that in all of our communities, and so we celebrated over 200,000 students being served in this program throughout our Fifth Third footprint. So not only in Cincinnati, but throughout the country, through all of our footprint, we actually teach that class. And you know what? It's something amazing around. Employees get as much out of it as they give.
I bet it's
And so we
fun.
have volunteers that have been with us for 11 years, every year waiting for the program because they really are able to make a difference in young people's lives.
That is so great. I love that. So now let's talk about, we're going to switch gears and talk too, because I mentioned earlier that for homeowners and for small businesses,
Absolutely.
tell us about this commitment that Fifth Third has.
So in February, Fifth Third has always had a long history of supporting and investing in our communities. But we actually decided to make a public declaration around what we'll do in our community so we can really be transparent and the community can know exactly what we're going to do and hold us accountable for it. So we're really excited. So in February, we actually announced a $27.5 billion, that's with the B.
Ooh.
$27.5 billion commitment. And it's
That's
really
a big commitment.
It is really a big commitment over 5 years to really invest in all of our communities for mortgage lending, and for small business. And then we also are part of that commitment, about $6.5 billion of it is really geared towards investing in commercial developments that provide services to poor or underserved communities.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And then we also put our stake in the ground again around financial literacy, where we're going to continue to focus on the e-bus, which is our mobile technology bus.
Oh yeah,
that
we saw
actually,
that at the NAACP convention.
Yep. So we have 2 buses we actually take across our footprint to provide financial literacy education to all communities. So whether whether it's senior citizens, young adults, or children, that bus is available to provide financial literacy and help people understand their credit.
So now what happens on the e-bus?
So on the e-bus, you can actually,
and it actually is a bus.
It is actually a bus.
A physical bus.
But without seats. So it's actually retrofitted with computer stations.
Oh, okay.
And so you can actually pull up your credit and talk to a credit counselor and talk about how you can take your credit from wherever it's at to improve it.
I love that.
And then also you can get additional services after the bus. So you can actually make an appointment with the counselor to say, beyond my credit, I want to learn how to budget or manage my finances better, or I actually want to obtain home ownership, and what are the steps for that?
Oh, that's great.
So it's a really great tool. We use that tool to break down the barriers around coming to a stuffy bank sometimes,
right,
and going into the community so they can see that we really want to provide services to them.
Right, it's non-threatening. All of us get on a bus, so you get on the bus and you find out, how to get your finances together. Now, how do you find out, Byna, where the bus will be?
So we actually have bus schedules, and they'll be on 53.com too.
Okay.
So www.53.com.
Okay.
And you can find out where the bus is in your community at.
Oh, that is so wonderful.
And if you want to host it, we're always looking for community partners.
Oh, really?
Again, shoot us an email through the website or contact us and say, would love to host the bus in our communities. We love to go to events like the one we just talked about with Avondale.
Right.
We love to be at those kind of events, educating and connecting with customers.
Oh, that would be great. We'll have to talk to Elizabeth Blackburn and Ozzie Davis in April about getting the bus there in Avondale for the 5K. That is so great. So we want people to make sure they go to 53.com, and you can go to WLWT.com. We'll link you to Fifth Third, and they can find out about all these programs at $27.5 billion, how to get a little bit of that to move forward in life.
Absolutely.
So, Byna, you have to come back. Thank you so much.
For
it's so wonderful to talk to you.
Thank you.
Stick with us. We'll be back in a moment with some community events with Michael Bobo. Welcome back. We want to tell you about some community events. Michael has some to share with you, but I want to make sure you know about Envision Children's Red Carpet Casino Night. It is Friday, October 21st, so the night before Dr. Melvin's Black and White Balls. You can have a fun two-night weekend of all these great things going on. It's on October 21st at Prime 47 downtown. All the money goes back to Envision Children. So mark that down. We're going to have more information in the upcoming weeks. Okay, here's to Michael.
First, we have the 8th annual Black and White Cancer Survivors Gala, Saturday, October 22nd, 5:30 p.m. till midnight at Duke Energy Convention Center. It's a black tie affair. Tickets are $60. For tickets and information, call 742-4388. Next, we have a joyous celebration for the courageous, Saturday, October 29th, 8:30 a.m. to noon at Doubletree Suites, located at 6300 East Kemper Road in Blue Ash. Tickets are $15. For more information, call 550-9074.
All right, so there's a lot going on. Don't forget the Avondale Feet in the Street, October 15th, and the Soul Redeemers Anniversary, November 13th. Have a great week. Stay safe, stay positive.